Hello, welcome. Today we will be discussing how to overcome the network marketing objection. Your product price is too high. I mean, there's a million ways you can say this objection, but you get the point. When people argue or their objection is your network marketing product, well, it costs more than what they seen it somewhere else. Therefore, they're better off just going and purchasing it for less. That objection, I don't get that very often. It's very rare that I get it, just like any other objection. And I've covered many different objections that are out there. And the more you prospect and the more you work in network marketing, the less you hear it. So we're going to dive into a little bit of why that is and how to overcome it. So let's get moving. Let's keep the video as quick as possible. You know, why is it that you're getting the objection? If you really think about it, there's a lot of people that's all they care about is price. Everything is price related. They want the cheapest way possible. And most people, especially me, in some areas, even I do that. Like with disposable things, garbage bags, toilet paper, something of that nature, something that has no value. It just serves the purpose once and it's done. I'm going to go the cheapest way on something like that. But when it comes to something of value, like I wouldn't want the cheapest car. I wouldn't want the cheapest guitar. I wouldn't want, if I was big into my health, I wouldn't want the cheapest product, if that makes sense. So when you're out prospecting people, if you know a person, especially with your warm market, I could go and pull out 3 or 4 people that I know for a fact would point out the price. Oh, I could get it cheaper somewhere else. You know, that's just their nature. So you got to avoid people of this nature because, believe it or not, everyone is not your prospect. You may have heard that before, but that's not true. Everyone may be able to benefit from your product, but not everyone's going to want it. So you want to be speaking to people who, whatever your product is, we'll use wellness for an example. Speak to people who do care about their health and wellness. If it's entrepreneurial people, talk about people who like to work in business. Therefore, they understand price is going to be better. It's going to be higher because it's going to be better. And if you avoid people who are cheap and who just try to, you know, really see the wrong in everything, you will probably not be getting this objection a lot, because a lot of times the people that I speak to, if I get a negative vibe on them, I don't even get to the product price. So that keeps the objections from coming anyway. So let's say you do come across someone who wants the benefit of the product. They want whatever your product provides, right? They want to get to that. They got a little issue with the price. Like, whoa, well, I saw it at, you know, a local store and it was, you know, $10 less. So why wouldn't I just buy from the store rather than from you? One of the things that can prevent this is if you have a good relationship with that if that prospect likes you more than they like the people at the store, or knows you more than the people at the store, they probably would pay the extra $10 just to get, because they know it's helping you. But let's pretend that's not the case. Okay, the best way to handle the objection is, first, let's say the prospect says, hey, I can get it for less at the local store. You want to reply in the sense of, yes, that's possible. But if it's quality and a result you're looking for, the cheap product most likely will not deliver that. You want to address the fact, and you know, you can word this anyway. I've got another way of wording it on my blog than on the video, because there's no specific way. You got to understand the point here. The point is, yes, you can get it for less, but you're not going to get the result. And that is what, going back to what I was saying earlier, on things that deliver the result, no matter how cheap they are, it still gives you the same result, like throwing trash in a bag to throw away. Price, you can't tell somebody, yeah, but this, your trash bag is going to look prettier when it goes away. No, we're talking about something of quality and a benefit. So you want to bring up the fact that, yes, you will pay less, but the result is going to be way less. As a matter of fact, you can use stories, find you some stories. If you don't have any, here's one for you. When it comes to calcium, I purchased a calcium supplement from a network marketing company, and I actually got a result. Now, one day I picked up some cheap ones, and this is after I used the network marketing one. They were there. I was at the store. They were online. I grabbed them to see how they worked. The bottle of 90 network marketing supplements, calcium supplements, I pay like $25, $30 for it. Then I got for $6 twice that amount, like 180, close to 200. Yet after taking 90 of them, I threw the other 90 away because they were doing nothing. So really, I wasted $6 when I could have just went and paid 25, $30 for actual calcium that got me a result. There is the examples. You can pay less, but you're not going to get anything for that less. So in other words, you're wasting your money on the cheap stuff. And I will bring up, you always want to call it cheap. If they say low price, you say cheap. It's a psychological thing. Cheap. You want to say cheap, cheap. Their stuff is cheap, cheap. Remember that. That just makes it sound worse. You're putting your competitor down a little bit, basically. Another story, I had heard from another network marketer that the New York State Attorney General actually pulled the supplements out of Walmart and CVS and some other stores, well-known stores, and they found that the supplements that they were carrying on the shelf did not contain what they said. So people were out there paying way less for these supplements, and guess what? Wasn't even getting what they were looking for. They would have been better off purchasing from network marketing companies. So remember, always point to the benefit. When you're talking to your prospect, if you can get the benefit in their mind, the price is going to matter less. The benefit is really important. And the benefit, what I mean is, let's just say a weight loss product, all right? Weight loss is the benefit. Yeah, you're going to lose weight, but let's point beyond just losing weight. They already know that. You got to get them thinking about what life's going to be when they lose that weight. And your product's going to deliver this. The cheap product will not. So remember, your product's going to deliver the ability to fit in that dress that you wanted to wear. If you're speaking to a lady and she wants to lose weight, if she's going to fit in that beautiful dress, or you're going to have more energy, or you're going to be able, you're going to have women just flaunting to you. All these women are going to want to go out with you once you lose these other benefits. That's important. Those other benefits, the more energy, the better looking, the better feeling, your cholesterol will settle, your blood pressure is going to go down, whatever the benefit they're looking for. And if you can get them to understand that that's what they need, it's not necessarily that they have fun waking up taking your product. They're doing this to achieve that benefit. And when they understand that, you got a better way of price is going to matter less. It's going to matter less and less. Remember as well to attack the objection and even the character of a person if they continue on that cheap route, right? If the prospect says, yeah, I want less price products, or basically in that frame of mind, you can always tell them, say, hey, I understand, I got you, we cost more, but I just figured you were a quality driven person and you weren't necessarily just looking for cheap stuff. That don't sound too good. That doesn't sound like something you want to be thought of as. Oh, that person, they just want cheap stuff. Cheap stuff, Doesn't matter if it works or not. They're just looking for cheap. And if you can attack the objection, that network marketing objection of the product costs too much, and point out that the solution they're looking at is to buy cheaper product, knowing that they're not going to get, or letting them know that they're not going to get the same benefit. They're not going to get those benefits. I mean, there's a chance that they may not even get what they pay for. I told you earlier, they found that a lot of this cheap stuff doesn't even contain what it claims it does. So when I went and purchased that calcium, most likely I was just buying chalk or sugar pills. There was no calcium in it. It didn't do anything. And because when I was taking actual calcium, which I was paying a lot more for, I could tell big results, between the difference between them. So attack the objection and the character of the person, or I shouldn't really say character, but the decision. The decision of the person, and try to make their character be like, oh man, I thought you were quality driven person, not necessarily someone who just wants cheap stuff and hopes for the same result, because you can't, guys. You can't buy that cheap stuff and get as good of a result as your network marketing company provides. And even though I don't know what company you're in, every product that I've used from a network marketing company is always way higher in quality, and they work almost mind-blowing how fast they work and how well they work. And I think the more people begin to discover that, the easier it's going to be to sell, and it's probably going to drive the prices. Either the cheap stuff's either going to have to start putting this real stuff in it and raising that price closer to your companies, or they're just going to have to quit selling, because there's no way you can create what these companies are creating and charge very little for it. So guys, hopefully this helped give you an idea how to overcome this objection. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel. I'll be releasing more information similar to this, lots of tips, lots of stuff to help you build your network marketing business. You can also like my page, J-Card Marketing, at Facebook. Keep up with me there. Follow me at Twitter, or let's connect on LinkedIn. That's my favorite. LinkedIn's actually my favorite of them all. So if you're on any of those, subscribe to my channel and follow me on those other channels. And guys, one last thing, don't forget, pick up your free ebook, 20 Ways to Get Leads. You can get it at my blog, jcarden.com. There's a link below in the description of this video that'll take you straight over to my blog. Okay, so click that, go pick up your free ebook, and that'll show you 20 ways to get leads. And guys, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.